Hi everyone, it's Graham again and welcome back to my channel. So today I am here with part 4 of my February book haul. I know, part 4. My goodness. The shortest month of the year and so far 4 book hauls. What's wrong with me? Anyway, all the books in this haul are by the same author and they all mostly revolve around the same character. The lovely Lil over at Lil's Vintage World has read these books, loves them, and has asked me many times, have you read this yet? Have you read this yet? And I always feel rather silly having to say, no, not yet. So it planted a bit of a seed in my mind that I'll do a series where I read and review the books by Dorothy L. Sayers. The ones that are about Lord Peter Wimsey. And Dorothy L. Sayers was a contemporary of Agatha Christie. Now, we all know that Agatha Christie is my favourite author, and I love her books so much. But yeah, I've never read anything by Dorothy L. Sayers, so who knows? Let's start this thing. So the first one that I've got is this gorgeous copy of Whose Body, and this is from the 1940s. It is from the News of the World, the newspaper I would imagine, and it's for thrilling serials by the best authors. I'm not entirely sure what Whose Body is about. I know that it's the first story with Lord Peter Wimsey. I think it's something to do with someone's body is found in a bath and they're wearing glasses or something like that. I'm not sure. I've been told that it's not necessarily where you start with Dorothy L. Sayers, but look at that. Isn't it just beautiful? I love it. So the next one that I've got is Clouds of Witness by Dorothy L. Sayers, and this does have a blurb on the back, so I shall read it to you. A man is found shot, and the Duke of Denver is charged with his murder. Naturally, it is his brother, Lord Peter Wimsey, who is called in to investigate the crime. This is a family affair, for the murdered man was the fiancé of the sister of Denver and Wimsey. Why then does the Duke refuse to cooperate with the investigation? Is he really guilty, or is he covering up for someone? Why is Wimsey attacked by an enraged farmer on the lonely moors? Why is an attempt made on his life in a Soho street? In this classic of detective fiction, Dorothy Sayers keeps the suspense mounting in an ingenious story which grips the reader's attention up to the last line. Fabulous. And when this was first published in this paperback edition in the UK, it cost 35 pence. In Australia, it was $1.15. New Zealand, it was $1. And in Spain, it says PTS. I'm sure that means pesetas. It was 87 pesetas. So yeah, it's an old one, I think, but it's lovely. I just love that. So the next one is 5 Red Herrings by Dorothy L. Sayers, and it's a Lord Peter Wimsey mystery. Ruth Rendell has blurbed this. I admire her novels. She has great fertility of invention, ingenuity, and a wonderful eye for detail. And the back goes like this. Nice dog hair there, thank you doggies. Lord Peter Wimsey could imagine the artist stepping back, the stagger, the fall, down to where the pointed rocks grinned like teeth. But was it an accident or murder? 6 people did not regret Campbell's death. 5 were red herrings. Set in the unusual background of an artist's colony in Galloway in the south of Scotland, 5 Red Herrings is one of the best Dorothy L. Sayers murder mystery novels, which made her the leading writer in the detective fiction field. And the rest of what I'm going to read are quotes from other authors. Sayers has done more to add literary tone to crime fiction than most of her contemporaries, and that's from Ellery Queen. Dorothy L. Sayers has made 2 great contributions to the art of crime writing. She moved the conventional detective story, the pure puzzle, forward towards being a book in which a whole social milieu, I hope I'm pronouncing that properly, could be examined and chronicled with characters much more real than cardboard cutouts. And she created Lord Peter Wimsey. And that's H.R.F. Keating, Crime and Mystery, the 100 Best Books. And when this was first published, it was £4.50 in the UK, and in Australia it was $11.95. RRP. The second last one is Unnatural Death, again by Dorothy L. Sayers, and this is another Lord Peter Wimsey. No sign of foul play, says Dr. Carr after the post-mortem of Agatha Dawson. The case is closed, but Lord Peter Wimsey is not satisfied. With no clues to work on, he begins his own investigation. No clues, that is, until the sudden, senseless murder of Agatha's maid. What is going on in the mysterious Mrs. Forrest's Mayfair flat, and can Wimsey catch a desperate murderer before he himself becomes one of the victims? And the rest that I'm going to read are quotes from other authors. I admire her novels. She has great fertility of imagination, ingenuity, and a wonderful eye for detail. Ruth Rendell. She brought to the detective novel originality, intelligence, energy, and wit, and that's P.D. James, whom I have never read anything by. And I've never read anything by Ruth Rendell either. Or indeed the next person I'm about to read a quote from. She combined literary prose with powerful suspense, and it takes a rare talent to achieve that. A true great storyteller, Minette Walters. Yes, so this cost $7.99 in the UK when it was first published. I think this is probably the newest of the bunch. So yeah, and the last one, I'm so happy to have this. This is just gorgeous. It's so delicate. The paper dust jacket is really chipped and frail. Brittle. It's the cheap edition of Sayers' volume of detective stories in the teeth of the evidence. There is no blurb on the back. Indeed, there is none inside. I know that this has stories. Here we go. So there are two Lord Peter Wimsey stories in the teeth of the evidence and absolutely everywhere. Then there are Montague Egg stories, and then there are other stories. So the Montague Egg ones are A Shot at Goal, Dirt Cheap, Bitter Almonds, False Weight, The Professor's Manuscript, and then the other stories. Does it continue on? Let me see. No. Other stories: The Milk Bottles, Dilemma, An Arrow O'er the House, Scrons, Nebuchadnezzar. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. That sounds like it might be a German word. The Inspiration of Mr. Budd, Blood Sacrifice, Suspicion, The Leopard Lady, The Cypriot Cat. So yes, I look forward to getting to this. This will be read without the dust jacket on because it is so delicate. But I just love this. It's from the 1940s and I'm so happy to have it in my collection. So that is my Dorothy L. Sayers collection. Hopefully I will start to read these soon and I will review them on my channel, hopefully again. This may be the start of a series. I do need to get a few more books because there are, I think, at least another 5 or 6 with Lord Peter Wimsey in them. I'm only going to read the ones that Dorothy L. Sayers wrote. I know that the series was continued. I don't tend to read books that are by authors no longer with us that have been continued on, because I feel that something is lost along the way. There's something is lost in translation and it just doesn't always feel the same. So yeah, but that's my collection of my Dorothy L. Sayers books, and I'm so excited to get to these. Thank you so much for watching. Whatever you're doing, I hope you have so much fun doing it. Whatever you're reading, I hope you love it. Stay fabulous, be amazing, be yourself, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye bye.